As you can see, nobody is preaching love here. They are in the Boski mood is 100% activated.
I'm actually telling you, so you have mind not to give us food. We will show you shaggy. Sometimes where we get those things, you don't know. You don't even know how long it has been there before picking it. You don't even know the condition of the bed before bringing it to your farm. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Chineye and this is Ejamatu Farms. Here we discuss how to make a profitable venture in catfish farming and then pig farming. Okay, we'll be discussing some common mistakes in catfish farming. There are so many of them, but because I don't want this video to be too long, I'm limiting it in feeding mistakes. Okay, now it's usually a sad thing seeing people invest in this catfish farming and at the end of the day not making profit or even making loss as a result of some of these mistakes I'm about to mention now. Okay, please kindly watch this video to the end. Now, one of the common mistakes that I see most catfish farmers make is feeding with feed that doesn't have any nutritional value. Low quality feed. Feeding fish with damaged bread, noodles, anything at all. Waste from kitchen waste, and I keep asking, who taught you people this one? Eh? So all these are in the process of cutting costs, then you end up prolonging their growth. Okay? Now this feed doesn't have any nutritional value. It will never make them to grow. Alright? It's usually a loss for you to keep the fish there. Because the time you will feed them to grow well so that they will attain their market weight fast, and then you sell off and then get the next batch, you keep on feeding a particular batch. Okay, now the next mistake that I see most catfish farmers make is feeding with contaminated feed. Example, expired feed. Please, while buying your feed, make sure you check for the expiry date before buying, because feeding it with contaminated feed can be very harmful to your fish. Another example is feed that has already gotten mold on it. If you pack your fish feed in a moist or damp place, it can actually make it to develop mold. And then feeding it with such can be very harmful. Alright? Now the next common mistake is feeding with the wrong size of feed. Okay? Now each particular size of fish requires a particular size of feed that you should give to your size of fish for optimum growth. Okay? So for example, you can't give your table size 2 mm because the amount of protein is 2 mm doesn't commensurate a table size fish. Okay, so you have to give it the actual size that has the correct amount of crude protein that it requires. All right, now the next one is overfeeding. Now when your catfish is overfed, you are just polluting your pond, number one. And when the pond is polluted, know that the oxygen level in the water is depleted, and then the level of ammonium compound in the water will be what? It will be high, and then it will stress your feed, expose them to all form of infection, which will lead to death. Okay, so please do not overfeed your catfish. I showed a video of how to feed a catfish. Kindly go and check it out if you've not seen it. Okay, and also know that when you are overfeeding them, you are wasting your feed. And when you're wasting your feed, you're wasting money. Okay? So don't overfeed your feed. Then another one is underfeeding. So when you underfeed your fish, in order to manage cost, it will take a longer time to mature. Now, fish that will take about 5 to 6 months to mature, it will end up taking 1 year. Then who is losing? Okay, so please do not underfeed your catfish. Another one is improper method of feeding. And one of the improper method of feeding I'm talking about here is disperse feeding. Now, disperse feeding is a huge subject of debate, because while some farmers are of the opinion that disperse feeding is the ultimate method, we here are saying that disperse feeding is a no-no, because they require much energy to go and be picking those food. Don't forget that this mass feeding, also known as broadcasting method, is scattering the feed all over the water.
Now this is a healthy pond. You can see the fish, you can see how agile they look. You can see the energy, singing and playing. They are well fed and they are okay. This is how a healthy fish should look. Okay? I've been right at their feeding points for more than 5 minutes now, and none of them has even noticed my presence. Check out their energy, because we are going to compare it with the energy they spend while eating when they are hungry. Let's check it out. Oh, you see them. As soon as they saw me coming, even before I started dropping food, they have already gathered and they have already started asking for food. As you can see, brother doesn't know brother here. Sister doesn't know sister. They are struggling to eat. Okay? Now look at the energy. Now this animal, even though they don't talk, but after staying with them for a while, we should be able to understand their language. These feeding points, they chose it by themselves. And what they are saying is that we are okay being fed like this. Do not stress them further. So as you can see, nobody is preaching love here. Their Indaboski mood is 100% activated here. The hustle is real. The struggle is real. All man for himself. This is simply the survival of the fittest. No brother in the jungle. Now you can see the amount of energy they spend eating at a spot. Why then will you subject them to stress of running round the pond? Don't forget how long they spend eating. And after some time, they will stop eating. And you feel they are okay. They are not okay. They are just tired. So guys, I feel I've done justice to this method of feeding. As a matter of fact, I've overflogged it. So guys, I think I'll leave you to decide. Alright, check this out. And then, man, please let's move on, okay?
Then another one is feeding them when they are stressed. Do not stress them immediately after sorting. Just give it like 2 hours before you feed them, okay? Another one is after transporting them to a pond. Forget you got them from the hatchery and then transfer them to the pond. So wait for some time before feeding them. Don't feed them immediately, as it can cause disaster, okay?
So let's take a look at the consequences of feeding fish when they are stressed. So these fingerlings were brought to this farm hale and hearty. And as soon as they arrived, this is the kind of welcome they were given. So they started hitting this right on their head. This net you are seeing now is to protect them from predator birds, which should have been done right before their arrival. Remember, they are yet to be acclimatized with the environment. They are still wondering, where are we? Have we been kidnapped? They are yet to come in terms with their new home. Watch my video on how to feed a catfish. So as they were hitting that thing on their head, they were feeding them. As a matter of fact, they overfed them. They gave them too much food. The food was just too much. And the pond was filled with feed. As you can see, if you can look closely, you will see some of them has already started dropping dead. This is sad. I just say I should show you this. Sorry about the small view. Can we move on?
So don't feed your fish when they are stressed. The next mistake, irregular method of feeding. Irregular and inconsistent method of feeding. Now, because of high cost of feed, you want to save cost, and today you feed them, tomorrow you wait, next tomorrow you feed. Actually telling you, so you have mind not to give us food. We will show you shege. It will take a longer time to grow. And what happened is that you will spend double amount of feed to make them get to their required size. Now, if you feed them consistently, they will be growing well, but irregular feeding can make you spend more feed and then more money to attain the required size. Okay, so please, feeding them inconsistently doesn't mean that you are saving money. It actually means that you are losing money. The next one is feeding them with poultry intestine that you are not sure of. Sometimes where we get those things, you don't know. You don't even know how long it has been there before picking it. You don't even know the condition of the bed before bringing it to your farm. All right? So you have to wash your poultry intestine very, very well with salt before feeding it. Possibly, if you're not sure of where you get it from, cook it, just pre-cook it before feeding them. Okay? So thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure you got value. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified each time we post a new video. Like this video and drop your thoughts down the comment section. My name is Chinenye and this is Ejamat Farms. See you in my next video. Bye for now.